This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone appreview.com. We're slinging out two new video reviews today, this time looking at a game for iOS, which would be iPolygon there, and another time warp, which we'll get to in a second. On this review, we're going to focus on iPolygon, which we've got on the left right here. The icon is ready to go on my springboard. And I don't think this really needs too much of an introduction other than this is kind of a puzzle game, kind of a tilting game, and kind of whatever other game I happen to think of while we're going through this review. So as you can see, I was playing this before I started the review. I'm going to skip out of this really quick and then quit so we can show you from the ground up how this thing works. iPolygon is free in the App Store. It's worth noting. As you can see, it's banner supported along the top, which may or may not annoy you depending on what kind of personality you are, basically. So with the options here, we have a couple available. We've got game center integration, which is great. We love to see leaderboards and achievements, which this game features both. We've also got the gyroscope, which you can turn on or off, and this is the accelerometer, and we'll show you how this is used in-app in just a second. But other than that, there's not much that needs to be said. There is currently no in-app documentation as far as how to play the game. You will have to figure it out. I'll be explaining that in a second, so you won't have to worry. But that is kind of annoying. I wish the iPolygon had come with some kind of in-app documentation just because that's pretty nice. So we're going to go ahead and hit this. There are high scores if you want to look at those. I don't want to look at my high scores because they're kind of disappointing. There's an arcade mode where you play with so many lives, and there's also a marathon mode, which sees how many points you can score before being knocked out. So we're going to stick to the arcade mode really quick just to show you how this works. Essentially, you're given a polygon, excuse me, and the little polygon eye here, that'd be the iPolygon perhaps. And then as soon as you tap it, it dances around a bit. Sorry, I've got this on gyroscope mode. And essentially what you're asked to do is gyrate about, collecting these little icons. And when you do so, it will actually knock out the walls with the red ones and collect points with the other. I'm going to quit this really quick and change to the other option so you can see this easier. But that's essentially what's offered here, and when you have everything down to just one wall, you're cleared on to the next polygon. You go through as many polygons as you can, collecting points, and eventually when you're out of lives, you're done. The game hands you a big fat fail, and your score is saved to the leaderboards. It's a fairly fun concept. I actually liked this the more I played it. At first I was a little hesitant, mostly because there was no in-app documentation and I was kind of confused. But there's also the ability to tilt the walls, if that's more what you're into. I actually liked the gyroscope function. I thought it was a nice touch. It wasn't at all cheesy or hokey as I thought it might be. In fact, it was quite fun. Also, the game, itself is rather fun. Depending on the polygon, when you get down to the very end, it can be quite the challenge to actually maneuver around to keep the ball in play. With that in mind, this game is rather hard towards the end, especially with some of the more stringent polygon forms. I did like the variety of shapes as well, though the game concept does get a bit weary after a while. This game is slightly repetitive in the sense that the concept is used throughout. That is the concept of collecting these little icons and knocking out walls. There are no special power-ups or anything of that sort to keep the ball rolling, though Game Center integration does add a certain carrot on a stick to keep the player interested. There's also, the score aspect and levels as well, as far as an arcade style, trying to beat your previous records, which is nice if you're into that sort of masochistic gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead and quit and get to the main menu so we can give a final wrap-up. On the whole, iPolygon is a wonderful title, and especially at the price, this is free in the App Store with banner ad support. The concept is fun, it's quite challenging towards the end, and I genuinely enjoyed the accelerometer play as well. So with that in mind, this is a fun title, and it's not going to break the bank to give it a go. So iPolygon, we're going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhone appreview.com. This is a good time waster, especially if you're in the queue or during a morning commute. It's definitely worth giving a go, and especially considering that price. And so all in all, iPolygon earns a recommendation from us as well as a 4 out of 5 star rating. I don't thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Luke Patrick reviewing for the iPhone appreview.com, and I hope I continue to be Luke Patrick once this review is done. I'll let you guys know. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll check you guys later. Bye.